Why does Google dominate as a search engine? A lot of people are saying that ChatGPT is replacing Google, but the data is telling a different story. Yes, ChatGPT is massive. It's now the 5th largest website. But here's what most people don't realize. Google hasn't declined. In fact, Google has been growing. And the reason that it continues to dominate search while being relevant for over 2 decades is what I'm going to analyze in this video. We're going to talk about why Google still owns the lion's share of the traffic, why YouTube is actually Google's unfair advantage, and why optimizing for old-fashioned SEO doesn't work anymore. The reason for all of this, why you want to know all this stuff, is I'm then going to teach you how you can have your content found at the top of YouTube, Google, and ChatGPT. Let's dive right in. So the first thing that I want to point out is that Google hasn't been the same. It's been evolving over the years. If we go back to 2015 and prior, I would call Google a website search engine, right? That's what we used it for. We needed to find the right website and we would use Google to help us find it. So search engine optimization back then is you could do things to build authority to your website, or you'd create a lot of blogs and other websites that would point to yours saying, hey, this is the one you should look at. As a search engine, Google was young and that technology was young, and so there were loopholes. There were a lot of ways that we could trick Google into giving our website more authority. Well, all those loopholes have been plugged up, but in fact, Google has changed. Google is no longer a website search engine, so what is it then? It's a content search engine and it's an answer engine. So Google isn't just a place to rank your home page or various pages of your website, right? It used to be that you take your website and all these pages and create out a content and a topic map so you could get all the different pages ranked. It doesn't work anymore. Google doesn't even want to show content like that, no matter how good your website is. It now wants to connect people with exactly the content they're searching for, or exactly the answer that they're searching for. When you do a Google search today, you'll find the AI overview, you'll find ads, of course, you'll find YouTube videos, and when you get below that content, you'll find blog posts, you'll find Wikipedia, you'll find Reddit. Now let's talk for a minute about AEO versus GEO. We're talking about answer engine optimization and generative engine optimization. A lot of people start throwing those terms around, but those two are drastically different. So Google itself, not counting the AI overview, Google has evolved from a website search engine now to an answer engine. But you throw AI into the mix and now you have answer engine and generative engine. The generative engine is creative. It can create new things. It can generate new ideas or new artwork. And we've learned through the last few years of experience that when we do research, if the AI tool is going to generate answers, it can get into trouble because a lot of times it's not factual at all. But when we push back and we question, where did this come from? Or is this actually true? And when it knows that you want an answer and it wants facts, instead of making stuff up, it'll link to references. So it'll link to Wikipedia, or it very regularly links to YouTube videos. When Google acquired YouTube, that was, in my opinion, one of the most brilliant moves of business history. And YouTube isn't just a video platform, but it's one of the only content platforms where we can post content and have it indexed by topic. You take the most amazing video platform and Google's search capabilities. Think about how amazing that is. Compare that to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, or LinkedIn. Any of those places, whether you post an article or you post a video, it's not searchable by topic. If you want to get found in search, those places don't have search engines by topic. So YouTube is like this hidden secret of a place where you can post content that is transcribed automatically. And not only does YouTube have the transcript and know every single word that you say, but it uses AI tools to analyze visually what's in your video and what's on your thumbnail. So without you having to add a single keyword, don't worry about keywords. Without having to worry about what to type in the description, YouTube knows what your video is about and it knows what it answers, right? So there are questions people are asking and it knows what questions your video will answer. Now, when people search on Google, which is the most searched website on the planet, why do you think Google recommends YouTube videos so much? Because it's content that provides answers and it's indexed so well. And also, Google owns YouTube. Now, there's a lot of things that people still get wrong about SEO or about ranking on Google. SEO of the past, I mean, if we go back to 2015 and prior, what that looked like is you had to put in metadata. You had to add your keyword tags, and you could do things like link building from other websites or blogs or articles. You could create spam websites or secondary websites that you would build authority and send it to your main website. All of those things were to really trick the algorithm into thinking that your website had more authority. I participated in that industry. I had many websites with many pages ranking at the top of Google. But back in 2015, that died. That stopped working. And what replaced it is individual pieces of content that answered people's questions. So search engine optimization died, answer engine optimization was born. Now that term hasn't been around for more than a couple of years. I called it the leaf strategy. So for over a decade now, I've been teaching answer engine optimization, calling it the leaf strategy, and it's been working to help businesses really leverage YouTube as a lead generation tool. What Google really wants is the user or the person doing the searching. Google wants to provide them the best answer possible. It wants the first thing that they click on to be the right answer for them. So the ninja tactic is to research and find your dream clients. What are they typing in? Because there are millions of people using Google right now, but if we can hone in on just your dream clients, if we can figure out exactly what questions they're asking, then that can direct every piece of content we create so that we can ensure every video that we make that goes on YouTube, that ranks on Google, that ranks in ChatGPT, that every video is a magnet for your dream clients. So if you want to know how to dominate search in this way, it starts with YouTube and then it translates to these other areas. Every search engine and every answer engine, this works. So I'm going to link to another episode right here. It's called Dominate YouTube Search Step by Step. That's where I lay it all out and where you're going to learn how to achieve these results. I'm going to walk you through how I help entrepreneurs and thought leaders really leverage ChatGPT, YouTube, and Google in this way. I'll see you there.